Sing to the night in whispers, drink with our fingertips the forgotten softness of a life beyond the maddening grip of days. The crush, a ceaseless world always waiting. The veil of darkness rises to meet another dawn. I see shadows in your eyes, the sorrow of a moment gone. We're rich in time, so why mark the hours when I can paint the stars under your seat and make cricket sounds until you get the feeling? Forever isn't far if the spirit moves you. Lay your body down and let it sing right through you. We hear poems in the silence, taste the ocean in the sand, find mystery within the cracks upon this barren land. So trust these hands and the magic they know. I can paint the stars under your ceiling, make cricket sounds until you get the feeling. Forever isn't far if the spirit moves you. Lay your body down, melt away till the colors bleed into the empty space, till there's nothing left but light and all its shades, filling you with devastating joy. So why mark the hours when I can paint the stars under your ceiling, make cricket sounds until you get the feeling? Forever isn't far if the spirit moves you. Lay your body down and let it sing right through you. I can paint the stars under your ceiling, make cricket sounds until you get the feeling that forever isn't far if the spirit moves you. Lay your body down and let me say, oh, let me say, oh, let it sing right through you. Let me sing right through you. Let me sing, let me say. I can paint the stars.
All right, that was Holly in the comments, painting the stars, and believe it or not, they're from Spokane. Ooh, a little bit of local there.
Spokane.
Spokane.
Oh.
Alrighty. All right, so if you hear that we have got ourselves a guest, so please welcome back Julian from Erotic City.
Hey, good to be back.
Now, but this time, we're not going to talk about Prince much. We're going to talk about your independent musician side, because I know you said something when you're on Spotlight. I should have a clip for it, but I didn't get it prepared for it. So if people want to hear about it, go to the Spotlight. If you guys want to, I'll put it in the chat room later. Anyway, so let's just dive in real quickly. So how long have you been a musician separated from Prince?
Well, I've been a musician, I mean, ever since I was a kid, starting when I was 5 years old. So it kind of just escalated from there the whole entire time through school, grammar school, high school, and I just kept evolving, with what was going on musically out in the world and the styles and everything. And I really knew that's what I wanted to do. So I've been playing it for quite a few years.
Now, as far as your own personal stuff goes, how different is it as far as when you're performing your own stuff as it is when you're performing with the tribute band? Is it like a super, super different experience? Is one more laid back than the other, or are they same level of commitments?
You know what it is? They're just different songs. The same energy. If I'm doing something slow and sexy, it has the same kind of energy. As if I was doing an Erotic City, song or Prince song or a song by Aerosmith. It wouldn't even matter. I mean, but my original style just tends to be really diverse. So it's not. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, it's like country, man. It's laid back. You can go to sleep to this music. Nope, that's not it. No, it has that same electric, live. Just want to feel good and just it's that kind of music.
Good vibes,
funky,
good vibes.
Rock and roll. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. So yeah, I mean, no, I try to make my music and my lyric content stand out more about things that kind of take away from what people are having in the world. Like you take, yesterday's man, everybody's up and down like a yo-yo with the whole political thing. And I'm like, sometimes music is the best distraction.
Oh yes, for sure.
And world problems and relationships and all kind of crazy things. So I like to put my music style on that level. You know what I mean? Because I think everybody's entitled to writing, and putting stuff in their songs about relationships and the problems of the world. I think when people do that in their songs, it just adds more to the thought of what people are thinking about it already. And it's like, well, I don't want to think about that all the time, especially if I'm in a, if I'm in a club, a bar, in my car, whatever. I want to sing about something that's going to make me feel good, distract me from that. So that's kind of where I am with my music.
That's kind of one of the unforeseen benefits to things like the election. It's that there's an awful lot of musical creativity and just artistic stuff that's going to come up out of this, either positive or negative, just from all the strong feelings people have got involved. Like, you're going to get people who are like, oh yeah, this is great, and they're going to be writing great patriotic music. There's going to be other people who say, oh, this is horrible. There's going to be writing protest music, and there's other people who are like, I don't care about any of this garbage. I just want to write something that's nothing like all that. There's like what you're doing there. So it's like, a great creative place to be right now.
Yeah, it puts a lot of attention and a need. Like before the election, there was all kind of musical events, kind of gearing around the whole political type of thing. So it still makes people go out and listen to the music, even though it has a theme about politics or something about, in the world that makes you think of it. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's like, it puts a lot of attention on either the artists that are currently out there, and then it has room for up-and-coming new artists to say something about it. And hopefully it makes a difference. It puts people in a more positive place where I think they need to be more than being angry and using social media to express all this anger when you're like, hey, it's done. There's nothing you can do about that. What you can do is actually do something to make your life and the people around you make your life better with that. Donald's not coming to our house, man. He's not dropping off orange juice and saying, hey, thanks for voting. Let me take care of you. That's not going to happen. So it's like, we have to kind of like just say, well, hey, he's doing what he's doing. I need to be doing what I'm doing to make my life better. He did what he did to make his life better.
True.
And if it makes a difference in other people, well, good. If it doesn't, then that's just something that's going to be seen in the future. What a man like him is going to do. But at the same time, it's like, hey, we got to keep going for ourselves.
Yeah.
Now that kind of leads into an interesting area. When you play this stuff live after a big event like this, obviously people's minds in the crowd, they're looking to get their minds off of stuff, and they're going to be extra emotional about stuff. Does it feel like a different atmosphere when you perform this stuff from the crowd, like a totally different vibe from them? And is it kind of like you have to work a little extra to put them in that right frame of mind, or are they more like, oh, we're already there, we just need you to help us?
Yeah, I think ever since the Prince's passing has happened, there's been a huge emotional shift in the crowd. Not like I have to work harder, but it's actually where I'm in a room with people that are almost like mourning over, somebody they loved a lot, and then I'm dealing with the emotional thing about that. The songs, when we sing certain songs, especially like Purple Rain and Nothing Compares to You and stuff like that, you can see the audience. It's just like they're at a funeral. The emotional expressions on their face. It's like they're one part of them is like they're glad they're in a room with a lot of people checking out the live music. The other half is like they're really sad about the person that that was lost from it. So it doesn't make me work harder. It makes me connect more with people. You know what I mean? Where it's not like, hey, you just paid, you're seeing a show. It's like, no, we're in this room. We're going to experience this crazy, beautiful musical experience together. And Prince had that impact. He did. That thing with his freaking fans that's just really so different from any other artist I've ever experienced. I don't care who they were, from Michael to the Stones or any of that stuff. Prince has this thing with his freaking fans. I'm telling you, it's crazy. When you're in a room with these people, and I've been on both sides. Just been partying as like they are, and then being on stage, and it doesn't surprise me on any level. I'm like, wow, these people are really into this freaking dude. They're so into him that it's like, wow. So for me to like be on stage doing this at this time, for them, it's like, yeah, it's a really powerful experience, that's for sure.
Awesome.
They're looking at everything. They're saying, all right, can he do this? Can he really play? Can he sing and dance and, have all of these things that they look for from what Prince, showed them throughout the years. And that can be challenging if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not him. I just try to embody the essence of what people remember. But you can't do every little detail of somebody else. It's impossible. What you can do is take the essence and the things that people recognize. If you're going to dance like Michael, everybody's going to be like, oh, they want to do the moonwalk. They want to see those moves. Everything else is just like, all right, it's all cool when he spins and all that, but then when you do certain things, that's when you get that, oh, yeah, there it is.
Right. Well, I saw you at Jazz Bones.
It's the same way.
I saw you at Jazz Bones not too long ago, and you did a fabulous job. I'm just sorry I had to skedaddle because my cell phone was about to die, and I had to go. And my Uber driver outside was around the block too, so I didn't want to lose my cell phone battery die and not even get a hold of him. But anyway, you did fantastic, and I want to sit back and chit chat with you and have a drink and all this stuff and just really have a good time and party with you. But you did a fabulous job, and it was just I never been to a Prince show before, and I wanted to, and I kind of felt like I was actually at a Prince show because you were so amazing. And by the way, honey, you have a nice ass. It's like
give it up for the lace pants.
Oh yes, God, you damn, you shake that thing.